What's up? It's morning, and it's kind of, it doesn't look it in the window, but it's actually kind of cloudy and yucky outside. Well, it's getting brighter, and I can't do anything outside anyways. And I got ambitious for about 10 minutes and re-squared up somewhat my chop box. I don't know how good I got it. I got it pretty good, I think. And I cut these finally. So, little filing. Let's get over on the llama core where we need to be, sort of. So I'm going to file these over my garbage can here. Clean up from the cut. And rebuild the llama core. Huh? Will this thing work on aluminum? Can't imagine why it wouldn't. Looks like it does. Better than the file was. You won't get every little inch with it, but that'll make the filing much less. So, yeah, we're going to rebuild the llama core today, or start. I doubt I'll get it all done because I'm just not in the mood. Really not in the mood to do it at all, but it's got to get done. One of those, once I get started, I'm hoping I'll get into it. You know, when you get in the mood, you just don't want to do something. What is up, Tanner? Come on, jump in, Tanner. How's the whole getting ready to move thing going? You got to be freaking pretty close to closing now already. What is in here? We got a butt drum and a Chris Colada and a Tanner. Water and electricity? What do you need that crap for? I just went a week without it. You can go a week without it. Cool. Well, hop in for 5 minutes. If you want. Totally up to you. The link is there in the beginning of the chat. If you want to jump in. There's Tanner. Tanner man.
Oh, morning.
You and your damn Chris Riley shirt. I still don't have one of. I'm still wearing the same t-shirt I was wearing last night. I just noticed that. Oh well. I only had it on for like an hour last night. I'm not too scared.
I get self-conscious about that sometimes on streams, and I'm like, I was on a stream like last night, but I slept in the shirt, and then I hop on an early morning stream before I've showered or changed clothes, and then I'm like, someone's going to notice I'm wearing the same clothes and say something.
Do I care? I just noticed it. I mean, I take a shower just before I got in the stream last night, so I only wore it for, an hour or two? It's not like I was getting dirty or anything.
Because I'm like, you hop on one of those late night streams, I'm like, I was in my clothes to go to bed, and then I get up in the morning and I get on an early morning stream. I'm like, I haven't showered or changed clothes yet. So
yeah, we can tell you haven't showered by your hair.
Right. This is what it looks like when I wake up in the morning.
What stream were you on last night?
Oh no, not last night, but at other days when that happens. And I'll get off the morning stream and go, man, I was wearing the same shirt last night on a stream.
Yeah,
someone's gonna go, you nasty bastard! You.
I would usually try and change. I just noticed it. I got up this morning, I threw it on, and did my morning routine.
But I'll admit, with the whole COVID shutdown and not going anywhere, like there's times where I'll wear the same clothes for a couple days because why? I didn't do anything yesterday, and
the only thing I have to change at least once a day, and usually more than once a day, are like underwear, and actually t-shirts are one of those things I have to change a lot because it's wet. But I've had the
tell I haven't started packing any of this up.
Yeah, you dumbass. You should probably get on that. You can grab a box and start packing while you're on stream. We won't mind.
I have 2 weeks to move. I'll be fine.
Yeah, but getting ahead makes life.
We moved to this house and we had nothing packed because it was like a last minute kind of screw this, we're out kind of thing. You got
way more shit now than you did then.
Not really. The only things I have now that I didn't have then is
all that 3D printer crap.
Well, yeah, I got 3D printers now, and I have wall hangings now that I didn't have then. I went on this kick where I really fell in love with like the metal art wall hangings.
Yeah.
Because I was finding them left and right at Goodwill's for like $10.
Yeah. I like those too. I think those are cool.
And we're talking about stuff that still had the like Pier 1 import sticker on the back where it was originally $200, and I'm getting it for $10. I'm like, this is awesome.
One down.
And then I take them and I mask them off and I spray paint them the colors they need to be to match our stuff.
Yep. Yeah, I like a lot of that stuff. I just don't bother with it. I'm not a big. Funny, I went to school
designer.
I went to school for all kinds of fancy arts and fine arts and graphic arts, and I'm just not an artsy person to have it. I like art. I like doing art. I just don't have. Like, I had a girlfriend when I was living out in Long Island in my little apartment, and I never put wall hanging. I mean, it was bare walls everywhere.
Yeah.
Your TV and your furniture, but I did not have it. Oh, she freaked out on that after like the second week we were dating. She's like, "You got to go get some art."
Yeah.
So of course I went out and got like Led Zeppelin posters. The old Led Zeppelin lantern dude from Stairway to Heaven, and it was like this real tall, like 4 foot, but it was only like 8 inches wide. Freaking one. Stuff like that really pissed her off.
Careful what you wish for. You just might get it. You need more stuff on your walls. All right. I didn't say make it look like a teenage boy's bedroom.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I did. I kind of went and I think I actually hit one of those record stores out there and just bought a bunch of posters that came with the cheap plastic frames that the joints are all separating, and hung like half a dozen of those all over the house. I wasn't going to spend money on art for a little apartment. I didn't know how long, I literally could have gotten booted out of there any day, depending on the job. I mean, they ended up there for almost 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. He was there 5 years.
Well, see, we do the wall hangings and stuff like that because
you're more,
You gotta have at least one room in the house that looks like you want like visitors and stuff. People come to visit. It looks finished and done. And the thing that I enjoy more than the art itself is just the bargain of it all. So I got a $200 metal wall hanging, and then I spent $20 on spray paint and masking tape, and made it unique and one of a kind. And I'm like, now I have a one of a kind wall hanging that for $30.
Yep.
That's steel and heavy as hell and will last forever.
That's literally the stuff over the lawn course. Really, the only decorative wall hanging I have anywhere, and that's all crap people have sent me from 3D printing. And all there really is for wall hanging is a zombie that I got from.
That's my main feature wall hanging in this room. And it was a bargain. Got it at Goodwill for $3.
Yeah, there you go. Metal shavings are not fun.
No. Especially if you get one in your eye.
I think I just filed.
Ask me how I know.
I did. Oh, I get them all over. I've gotten them. Over the years, I've gotten them everywhere. Back when we used to do aluminum siding.
I got a really nasty one stuck in the white of my eye one time, and they had to take a Dremel tool-like thing and carve out my eye.
Yep.
It sucked.
I've gotten them. That's why I'm wearing my safety glasses. Not that I don't need them anyways, but these actually aren't my safety glasses. These are my regular glasses. I should probably put the safety ones on. They cover more. Thinking of that. That's why I brought
There you go. See, I might have saved your eye today.
Yep.
We all know how you are with hospitals lately.
Yeah, fuck that. The shit. Useless.
Got red light in the chat. And Sergio's there. So yeah. This morning is kind of the calm before the storm.
For what? Oh, for the house?
I'm getting ready to kick off being really busy for the next several weeks.
You know, for all the bad that goes along with everything going on in your life right now, for a time to be out of work.
This is the time.
Yeah, I was going to say, could have timed it much better.
This is the time. But, you know, my wife, since her job is new, she can't just like take off when she wants to yet. So she can't take off during any of this because, you know, she's the head of the department. It's a new department. She's got 4 employees now under her, and 2 of them have been hired in the last week, so you can't leave them alone yet.
I think you can handle it there, buddy.
So
I think you're capable of dealing with it 99.9% yourself.
Yeah, well, that's how it's going to have to be. The things that I'm dreading are things that my version of a helper is going to be one of those, you know, 2-wheel dollies and ratchet straps.
Yep.
the things that weigh way too much for me to be doing by myself, but I'm going to have to.
You know, the one thing I always did like about moving, I always threw out a lot of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I am tired of moving this. If it's something that's sitting in a box for more than a year and I'm moving, the box does not come with me. If it's been in a box for a year or more.
Well, the problem is I can't just throw out the boxes that have been sitting like that because my wife and I have been looking for a wedding video. And we're fairly certain it's in one of those boxes.
Yeah.
So my choices are just grab the boxes and move them and sort them later, or go through every single box before I move it.
I would be going through the boxes right now if I were you. The less boxes I got to move, the better.
Well, they're so piled up out in the garage that
that's more reason.
Yeah, they're so piled up out in the garage that I can't go through them because I don't have room to go through them. So it'll be go through them as I get ready to put them in the truck, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not going to rent a truck. I'm just going to rent a trailer.
This box goes in the dumpster. This box goes in the car.
Yeah, I'm going to rent a 5x8 U-Haul trailer.
Yeah.
Because you can get trailer for $18 a day.
That's not bad.
Yeah. That way I can have a 5x8 trailer. It's 5 foot 4 inches tall on the inside. So, I mean, it'll fit all of my biggest stuff. Because I've got a trailer, but it won't fit all my biggest stuff. Because my trailer's my trailer's a 4x6. And it's like 4.5 feet tall. So, like my beds and my couch, they won't fit.
Yep, that happens.
So I'm going to rent a U-Haul trailer. A 5x8 should fit everything I've got.
Oh, I hate moving.
Dude, that's why I wish my trailer was just, was 2 feet longer and 1 foot wider and a foot taller. I don't need a big trailer. I just need,
Did
a
that
little
lady
bit
just
bigger
buy
trailer
another
than I have.
smaller house or something?
What's that?
Is she already out of the house?
Yeah. Well, we're doing the final walkthrough today at 3 to make sure
So
all the concerns and stuff that were listed in the inspection were taken care of.
With her, if she's there, you can have her sign off on an agreement. I've done it before, and start moving now, even though you're not closing. You haven't closed yet because you're closing. I mean, it's not even a question anymore, right?
Right.
I mean, that's just the final fucking dotting the T's and crossing.
The closing happens on Friday, so I mean, it's just 2 days away.
Yeah, well, that's just it. You could start taking boxes, even if you just took a carload of boxes today. It's a carload of boxes gone that you don't have to deal with next week.
Right. Well, and that's the beauty of only moving 19 miles down the road. It's not like when we moved from Missouri to Tennessee, where a second trip or a third trip would suck.
What program, Red Light? To do what? Sculptors is free. It's outdated. It's no longer supported. But it's still there. They still have it. They just came out with their ZBrush Core Mini, which is also free. Sculptors is better. I've been playing with ZBrush Core Mini, and it's terrible. Half the stuff you need and want isn't there. It's just like 6 brushes, which is all Sculptors had. But there's no masking. There's no editing. There's no... ZBrush Core Mini is terrible, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I think that web-based one, I can't think of the name of it right now, is better.
Sculptors was for a starter. I mean,
right? No, I mean better than the ZBrush Core Mini. I think that browser-based one is better than that.
I haven't seen the browser-based ones. All the browser-based ones I found, if you don't have a massive graphics card, they suck. They're slow. You're always like dragging your pen or mouse, and then it's like do, and then it draws it.
Sculpt GL.
Yeah, I think I've done that. That's old. Because I'm gonna work on Blender again for sculpting because I've been looking at it again. It looks all right, but the new ZBrush comes out today at noon.
The 2021.
Yeah, and I'm hoping because every time they do that, they take the last year's version of ZBrush and make it ZBrush Core. So I'm hoping ZBrush Core gets updated today too, which I already own.
I watched some of the
lifetime of updates.
I watched some of the video on the new feature set for 2021 yesterday, and it was kind of cool.
Yeah, it's kind of behind the times. It's all the fabric freaking stuff that both Blender, Health, Poser, and all of those have had fabric motion.
Yeah.
Carrera had fabric motion 15
years. They're just now catching up. But the way they did theirs,
that's a different modeling set than
the way they did theirs is a little more intuitive. Looks like it may be a little easier to work with.
Have you ever tried fabric in Daz Studio?
I've messed with it in Blender.
Yeah, Daz Studio actually does pretty nice. It does a droop. We start it and you model like if you want a cape, you model the cape flat, put the hole in it for the neck, say attachments, here, and here, and then you say, use I want to say impact. It's not impact. Contact registration or whatever, and then it just droops it down over the body. It takes that's
the way it does with Blender too.
Droop down. Yeah, I think Blender uses the same modeling concept for fabric.
Yeah, because
fabric is cool. I mean,
you're
if you
using
play with it,
you're using collision detection and attachment points and gravity.
Yeah, and you've got to set all the parameters, and that's where I never know how to set them, but it's wicked cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done like tablecloths and stuff like that way back in the day with Carrera.
The thing that I try to impress upon people who want to get started in sculpting and why I suggest Blender, number one, it's free.
Yeah.
And number two, you then have the ability to tab back over into the like regular editing and mesh modeling mode.
Yeah.
To add other pieces to your scene and things like that.
With fabricing, with doing the natural fabric motion, it's the very last thing you want to do.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It is seriously system hungry.
Well, anything
or anything when it's
anything
there.
that you're going to start getting the all the physics and gravity and stuff involved, you want to do last.
You don't want to do any editing at all to anything in the model after you do a fabric motion.
Right. Well, because once you put the fabric on, it's really hard to go back and like say something's not right with the fabric and you need to take it back to its original form. It's hard to do.
Well, the one thing I did like about Carrera and Poser, they both did it. Both of them, they would allow you, if you had to go back and edit, you could hide the fabric. So if you had to like I did it on a table, if I had to edit something on a table that had no bearing, like change the legs that the fabric never came in contact with, so I didn't have to remodel the fabric, you could hide the fabric and it would come back to normal.
You just in Blender, you just select it and hit H. Hide.
Yeah, same thing. Yep, that's the way you do it.
Then when you're ready to bring it back, if you want to bring back all your hidden stuff, you hit Alt H and it brings everything that's hidden back.
Yeah, I think Carrera was the same shortcut. And
then the coolest thing with Blender is being able to hide everything but the item you've selected. It's just Shift H. I use that all the time when I'm working on when I start making the connection points for the vehicles. When I'm modeling in the points that connect together, I'll select both of the items that I'm getting ready to model the connection point, and I'll hit Shift H, and it gets rid of everything else in the scene but the two objects I'm working on right now, connecting them together.
Yeah.
And then when I'm done with the connection, I hit Alt H and bring it all back.
Yeah, I think I can do that with like they all can do it to some extent. But fabrics are just so power hungry.
Yeah, Blender got much better with fabric in 2.83.
The
2.83 they introduced a whole new system.
You know, it's not even modeling it because it's difficult to model it. Don't get me wrong, but like let's say you got like a superhero with a cape or something. When you go to rotate it and it's a it's a whatever modeled fabric instead of just you actually modeling it. It's a whatever the word is I'm looking for. Geometrically created, realistically created, whatever.
What I want to play with fabric is that transport truck that I made. I want to make some, just like design the hoops that the fabric hangs on, kind of thing, and then put a like canvas top on it, and then let it do the gravity thing so that there's realistic wrinkles and sag to the fabric.
All right, let's see if I can move this thing without dropping it this time.
But then the tricky part will be making an underside all connect and make it manifold.
Let's see. Get all this crap out of the way. Hey! Don't need this up there right now. Don't need the bent one. Bent. This is my beater rod now. When I want to beat something, it's already bent. So actually, I think I'm going to put this on the hodgepodge. So I'll have plenty of parts for the hodgepodge now.
So yeah, the places that I've got to go to set up electricity and water today, it's about 15 miles past the new house.
Really?
So I'll actually have to drive not only the 20 miles to the new house, but another 15 miles into where that's at, and then stand in line.
You can't just make phone calls?
Nope. Has to be done in person. Well, has to be done in person if you want to be able to run the for them to run the credit check and all that, so that you don't have to pay the deposit. I don't want to pay a $500 deposit to get my electricity turned on.
Nope. Wow, this thing needs.
I'd rather them run a credit check and them go, "You're good for it." Your activation fee is, I think, $45. Better than $545.
I gotta put like a spit bucket thing here because it, it always primes the nozzle right here, and then it drags it, catches the edge, and drops it down, and it always gets caught in these channels right here.
Well, and I'm estimating because their deposit they require is an average 2-month payment, so probably be more than $500.
I'm gonna mute myself for a second and do some vacuuming.
Do that. Making a mess. So he's muted his mic, but with that vacuum running, I'm sure he can't hear me either. So now's the time to talk about him, everybody. Although I guess you guys can't, because then it's left in text. Electricity, Robbie.
Yeah, it's good enough. Got rid of most of the globulars.
They'll take an average monthly bill multiplied by 2, and that's your deposit if you don't do the credit check thing. And so I'm just guesstimating it'd probably be even higher than that. I mean, we're talking about the electricity for a 2,700 square foot home. With a 3-ton AC unit.
Alrighty.
So I'm assuming it'll be higher than my electric bill here because it's a smaller house with a smaller AC unit. So I was just guesstimating. The thing that's unfair about that is they take it based upon the last bills for that house. I'm like, my electricity consumption may not be the same as the previous person that lived there. Actually, though, it'll probably be more. So,
well, they got to have something estimated by, though.
Well, because the lady that we're buying that we bought the house from, she's a 72-year-old woman living by herself. I'm sure her electrical bill is probably not outrageously high.
Well, you never know. Look at my mother. My mother uses way more electricity than I do. Because, what's the heat in the house? Gas? Or propane?
What's that?
What's the heat in the house? Gas or propane?
No, just electric heat pump.
Oh, so her electric bill is way higher than yours. Because she's
that's what
house about 90 degrees.
Yeah, that's what we got, here. So everything's electric here. Everything's electric where we're going.
Yeah, but you got a lot bigger house now to heat.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's approximately twice the size of this one. This one's just over 1,400 square feet, and we're going to 2,700 square feet. So it's almost twice as big. But the bonus room, which counts on the square footage, is on a separate unit.
Yeah.
And she said she never had that unit on because she was never up there. Once her son moved out, she just shut that whole area down. But she had it on and running when we did the inspection and stuff, so we could see that, it worked.
Works. Yeah. Let's see how many of these I can get preloaded and not lose. Not that I can't use the twist ends, but I much prefer these because they hold much stronger.
And I'm sure everybody's been seeing those the little Arctic Air things popping up all stores all over the place, and probably getting junk emails about them. They actually work.
What are Arctic?
If you're curious,
how do I know that name? I've heard that name, but I can't think of what the hell it is.
They're these little like $30-$40 little cubes. They're a fan in them. You put water in them, and they.
Oh, it's like a mini air conditioner.
Yeah, you put water in it, and you put a few ice cubes in it, and it'll cool a whole room.
Yeah, I've seen those. They're all right.
They work surprisingly well, considering the only thing that's pushing air in them is a little 5-volt fan.
I have no idea what I did with my new screws.
But like the makerspace here, if like in the evening when the sun is on these windows here, this room gets very hot.
Well, I have the old ones right there, dumbass.
But if I crank this little Arctic Air thing up, it keeps it nice in here. And that's better than going and
right here.
Turning the AC colder for the whole house.
All I need to do is get 1 or 2 of these lined up so it's stuck in a place, and then I can square everything up.
Yeah, it's a mini swamp cooler. It's exactly what it is.
Mini swamp cooler. Good way of putting it.
And they work very, very well.
All right, we got one.
We've got 2 of them here at the house, and my wife has one at her work because they gave her her corner office, and she was like, who actually wants a corner office if you're on the corner that the sun's on all day long?
Well, depending.
He's like, it's all windows, and those windows are getting blasted by the sun all day. And she's like, the building AC is not set in a manner to keep that office cold.
Never is.
So because the rest of the office building doesn't have all those windows.
Hopefully I got that lined up. Guess I didn't. Darn it. Gosh darns it. It popped it out. You know the problem in magnetizing these things? You can't get them where you want to go because it pulls it back out. That one ain't. I magnetize most of these. So what time you got a bolt to go do all that stuff?
I should be getting dressed to leave now.
You sound so freaking enthused.
Well, because I know there's going to be standing in line involved, and standing in lines in today's world sucks.
I am not a patient person for that kind of crap.
Yeah. So I'm hoping Robertson County has their stuff together better than Montgomery County when it comes to going to electric.
Gosh darn it.
But I know when we went here to get our electric set up here, it was like 4 hours of standing in line.
That's too freaking long to get power.
So potential future good news on the internet front is the electric company is working on providing internet as well.
Really?
They're not to my area yet, but they are. They do have plans to have internet everywhere that they are handling the electricity as well.
On what kind of basis, though? What platform?
Fiber.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah. So they're slowly running fiber to all the places that they serve electricity to. And so yesterday, their online form, I filled it out. And they're like, we're not in your area yet. But you leave them your phone number and your name, and they give you a spot to write a message.
Yeah, well, I did that with back in the day when everything was still dial-up, and we were just getting DSL in here. I hit them up, and they're like, yeah, we're not quite sure, blah, blah, blah. We're still setting up the network. I said, I will beta test it for you. Hook me up, and I will run it every day and beta test your line for you and pay for it. Give me a little discount because it won't be reliable. But they're like, okay. So I had DSL here like a month before everybody else.
Yeah, because see,
it wasn't reliable. I mean, it was not even. My dial-up was more reliable.
With the little box where I got to type the message, I was like, internet service providers in that area, you're left with two choices, DSL and satellite. Neither choice is optimal. But everybody out in that area is 10 miles from any other internet options.
Yep.
So if you run your service out here, I can guarantee anybody that's on that stretch that's interested in good internet is going to go with you guys because they won't have a choice.
Yep.
When the choice is between $100 a month 500 meg down fiber or $60 a month 25 meg down DSL.
Oh yeah.
I can guarantee more than half of the people that are on that 10-mile stretch are going to pay you.
Yes, they are.
Well, because even their base service is 50 meg down for $50 a month. So I'm like, you'd be $10 cheaper and twice as fast as DSL for your basic service.
Oh my God, we're cocky. I'm going to use my speed square. Or maybe I'm not because it's too damn big.
I missed the whole square thing. I jumped in that night when everybody was making fun of it.
Everyone's making fun of me because I use this. Now, this thing's square. I know it is. This one's ground and polished. But he's going on about you got to use a machinist square. They're more accurate. And they are to the sense of they're purchased under the pretense of their accuracy is 0.004 or whatever of an angle. Once you square something, it's square. If you don't abuse it, everyone assumes these things are square
my argument to that would be, I don't have a machinist square, and I'm not going to go buy one. So the options would be the speed square or eyeballing it. Which one's going to be better?
Yeah, for one, these if you buy the Empires, they're aluminum, but they're ground and squared. They're not just forged like the Swansons are. They're square. When you buy them brand new, they're square. They're actually square. Now, you still got to check them because during shipping, they can get beat up or whatever. And they aren't cared for in the same manner that a machinist square is. But the other thing about it is that doing this long of a panel, a machinist square is tiny. It's like 3 inches by 4 inches. And that's it. I got 12 by 12. Now, if I know this is square, and I know this particular square is dead on, because it's been checked, and it's dead on. It's just not off. A square is a square is a square once it's been squared. And I have more space to square with. Where if you only have 3 inches, you could, potentially lift your material off the square and not know it because you're only looking at 3 inches. You're not going to see the gap. Or at 12 inches, if you lift it up, a half a degree or whatever, you're going to see a big ass gap. I will always use a larger square that I know is square. Now, I've got 2 of these. One of them has my name in green, and one of them got my name in red. The red one I would never use on this because that's my work one. So, it gets this a lot,
right.
From the truck because who cares? It's for wood. But this I know is dead on square.
And there's no, and despite what somebody would tell you, there's no such thing as a house that's in square.
Nope.
It's just a matter of how badly out of square it is, whether it's something you can live with or not. No house is perfectly in square.
But they're saying, oh, with wood, you don't care if it's exactly square. Yeah, but your square is still square if it's square. It's just no.
Yeah.
As long as this gets squared in the first place, this is actually more likely to stay square than a machinist square.
I helped my
angle to support it and keep it square.
I helped my friend move into a new house one time, and he had one of those corner sectionals. You know. Yeah. And we tried to put it back in the corner of the living room that he wanted it to be in. Both sides of the sectional are touching the wall, but the corner of the sectional's that far from the corner. I'm like,
Yeah, house ain't square.
Either your sectional is dramatically out of square, or the house is dramatically out of square.
And I get what he's saying, that, machinist square is a better square in the sense of, when you purchase it, you're more likely to have it square. It's more accurate, guaranteed. But once you check a square for square, and you do it precisely, not just, draw a little line, it's not going to change unless you abuse it.
And frankly, these machines aren't so precise that they care if it's
they actually
fraction of a millimeter out.
They actually, you can have issues, especially the way I built this.
Well, probably more so on like a CoreXY than on a bed slinger.
Yeah, a CoreXY cares. Anything with a rail, like if you're going to
a bed slinger doesn't care.
But yeah, your bed slinger.
I mean, you want to get it as square as you can, but if it's slightly out, I mean, that's just like when people talk about leveling a bed. You're not actually leveling a bed; you're tramming the bed. Your bed can be like this as long as your X carriage is like this too.
Those are 8s, so I need a 10, and I can't see because I don't have my glasses. And I know I bought some new 10s, but I can't remember what the hell I did with the new ones. And those are 8.
All right. Well, I got to get off of here and print out our purchase agreement and stuff so that I can take it and say, see, we bought a house and we need electricity for it.
10. Bought a house, I need electricity, man.
Yeah. Starting Friday, we want electricity in our name there so that when I'm moving stuff in, I have power and air conditioning. I don't want to move in without AC.
Yeah, I don't blame you there.
In the summertime. In the summertime in Tennessee, it gets warm. All right. So anyway, see you later on. Good luck with your CoreXY repair, the Llama Core. Let us know how it goes.
Probably not going to finish because I'm already getting irritated.
Yep.
Not really in the mood to be doing this. But I looked at it this morning and I got the parts and I went outside while it was still cool and I somewhat squared up my chop box. I don't think I got it perfect, but close enough for this stuff.
I'll try to pop in, let you guys know I'm alive between now and getting the move done, but don't expect to see as much of me for the next couple of weeks. And I'll try to pop in on a stream so I can do it like when I'm over at the house and do a walkthrough or something.
That'd be cool.
All right.
We can see the new Tanner home.
Yep.
See ya. Square, Robbie Mac. Square. Square, 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 square. The square is square if it's square, and you can't square it if it's any square. It can't get any more square. Square-ish. Anyway. All right. That rod is in place, although it's not completely in place. It is there. And it's not going anywhere. I didn't square the top yet. but I honestly think it's pretty close. And I think I can use 8s for this. 8mm. Oh, I can't walk. And don't tighten it because I haven't squared it yet. But snug it. And an 8mm here. Go into this one. I can't really get to because everything's in my way. And let's get this little, of course I'm using the magnetized one. And steel. I never thought about those are actually steel. Obviously, because they were aluminum. The magnet wouldn't grab it. Snug. Come on, snug up. There we go. Snug this one up now. I'm not cranking it so I can straighten it. I don't think I caught the actual unit. No, I didn't. Okay, it's lined up. It's there. It's in the right spot. You just don't want to thread in. There it goes. Just slightly snugged. Not going anywhere. And let's see. I need more of those. Little triangular things because I'm putting new ones in. They weren't there before. Oh, stop rolling away, chair. And we can use an 8mm, which I have right here. I don't want to take those apart. Here's one. And do it into here. Actually, I'm going to have to put a twisty in here, so I might as well do that first. 8mm. Can you spare a square? I have plenty of squares to spare. Might as well leave those out. Gotta find me a 5mm twisty in, which is this one. Right? Or is that a 4? That's a 4. This is 5. Really don't like these twisty ends, but that's life. 1 or 2 here and there ain't a bad deal. Ain't so bad. Do I have that all lined up? Nope. Need this one. Get it lined up in there. Looks about right. Thank God for magnet tip. Kind of hard to see under there. Yeah, now. See where I just don't want to start in that yuck. Come on, that's it, ain't it? Well, I thought it did. There's that. And we gotta do the other side. Take it to the other side. Need another twisty in for the other side of this one, which is right here. There ain't one in this channel, is there? Nope. Although I could steal that one from down there. Because that is not a twisty in. Oh well. I'll deal with it. One or two twisty ins aren't going to hurt anything. Need another 8mm. This one's going to be the really hard one to find because I can't twist my body around that way because I'm old and decrepit and crap. Catch? Nope. Did that time. Now I can't see. Come on, glasses, focus. All right, and it's all tacked into place. Gotta remember that's just tack. It's not. They're just snug. They're not tight. Then I gotta do the other damn side. I think I took screws out of here or here or here somewhere. I guess I didn't. To get that out. Take me to the other side. It's gonna be a lot harder because everything's in the way. But that is okay. I will make it work. Because I can, and I want to, and I know how to, most of the time. Those are twisty ends. They were. I'm wearing. Come on, glasses. Now that a twist in. And slide me in. Come on. Look at this. Yep, that was a slide me in, which is good. Oh, let's see. I gotta get this one out. That one I ain't gonna get. And I gotta take this, so I will mute you guys. there anyone still here? Had to deal with that. That's all financial crap from Mom with my brother, who's doing all the financial crap. So I don't have to, because I don't like financial crap. I'm not a financial crap kind of guy. I can do it if I have to, but I don't want to. And it's just one less thing I got to deal with. So let's add some more little anchors. Ones on the tops for those. Ones on the side, because, well, that's all I can take is one on the side. And I'm going to have to put my glasses back on because I can't see what the hell I'm doing. And one on this side. And cap the end and flip over. And the bottom gets two, even though I'm going to put one in there for now. I'm going to put the other one in there and let it rattle around when the thing's running, because I can now, where it's a 40, I can now run two. But I'm just not going to deal with it for now. And spin. And two. One, two. And spin without losing any. Bring them in a little. You can always slide them back out. And one in here. And I got one there. And I got one there. And I got one there, but not there. That means this has to go this way. So those ones and ones fit. And then I can put that one right there. I think I just went too far with it. I did. That one's too far. That one's way too far. And bring it up. And then I need a 10, which I probably should have gotten ready beforehand. And another 10. And not the 12s, because that's changed. Because I'm using a different anchor. And I can bring that in and line it up. And drop in a screw bolt. It's actually a bolt, it's not a screw. Nut and bolt. And that's there. Is that a 10 or a 12? That looks like a 12. I think that is a 12. These are all 12s. Which means they bottom out on the channel. I wonder if I just put a 12 in there. Those are all 12s. Is that a 10? Oh, that's 12. Where are my 10s? I got a bag of 10s here somewhere. I know I do. I just bought some more 10s. Bought some more 10s and some 8s. Actually, are those 10s? Those are 10s because that's a 12. Okay. We'll find out if it doesn't clamp down. That means it's 12. Does it'll bottom out and not bring the anchor up. And it brought the anchor up, no problem. So. And we screw it all together and just snug it. Nothing's getting screwed down tight yet. You're just getting them all in place. That is there now. And now I need a couple of these. I'm not using the black ones again because these are, even though they're cheapos, they're still better. And I think I need one twisty in because I never put a slidey in here, did I? Nope. Oh, and I broke this away. I forgot about that. I got to reset all that. Oh, there's still one here. But I still have to put more brackets in. More brackets, more brackets. I might have to buy me some more twisty ins. Really hate twisties. I think I'm almost out of 5s. Got a bunch of 4s. Could use the 4s, I guess. Don't really like them as well. And these get 8s. Not sure what these are, and I don't want to use those, so. What's up, Mr. Joe Paddock? Wondering why, though? Yeah, I don't blame you. I'm kind of wondering why you're still here, too. Because it's humorous. You guys are just waiting for me to flub something up and start swearing. That's what it is. You're waiting for me to break something. Ain't gonna happen today. I'm almost done for what I'm gonna do. For today, anyways. So if I get this back on here. I'm almost done with. Make sure everything's lined up. I have slidey ends on both of these, don't I? Yep. I do. So I can use an 8 and an 8. These are 8s. Just twisting my head upside down to get those underside ones in. They're already bothering me. And my legs throbbing. And one, So, getting pretty close to done already. Come on, grip. Wait. What if I get this base frame back together? Even if I don't square it up, I will be most happy. Oh man, grab somewhere. You're right there. I know you are. How come you're not grabbing? Pretty sure you're lined up. Probably because I can't get the driver straight. There it goes. So then all I have left is these two underlings. And this one and this one, I already have one in there. So I can use a new one instead of those black ones, which I have to core. I don't want to have to core it. So there's that. Biatch. Of course, not my fingers in my way. And this is all tight here, and I can't get my ass in there. to get it done. So new method. Start from the top. Come out here where I can get to it anyways. Oh, one of these days I'll get it figured out. Slide that over to there. Get the screw ready. And a little push stick. Whoop, what the hell just happened? It all fills the part. There it goes. Can I get my finger dangles in there? Can't believe that went in first shot. And that's there. Snap down a little more, even though I'm not going to crank on them. Make sure everything's laying right. Everything looks good. Hard to tell. But it's looking pretty solid. We have to do this side, which is going to be a real pain with the power box here, but I think I can do it. I think I can. Not too positive, but I think I can. Get that puppy in there, baby. Knock on the floor. Oh, a couple of spin-ins, which I want. Tighten it up. All I have to do is snug it after. Too tight. There we go. But it still slides, but it's pretty stiff. Alright, one more screw for now. I think I'm done. Because I don't have the patience. But that's that I can't see what the hell I'm doing. I'm old and blind and all that crap. Come on. Gee, good little boy. Okay. Stay. Good boy. I can't believe that actually worked. Get behind here, up in here. I should have lowered the bed. I knocking off all the power cord? But I think I got it all. And that, my friends, for today is that. Clean up time. These are all 5s, which I really should separate from the 4s. Let's do that. In the 3s, I got some 3s too. I just saw, oh, there's a 5. That's a 4. That's a 4. That's actually a 3. That's a 5. That's a 5. These are all 5s. I think those are all 5s. Oh, money. Wait. Yep, these are all 5s. And we're good. These are really pretty. As you can see it, it's all black and I got the light there. All funny. But these are the open bill ones, but they're made to hold the frickin' wheel. They actually have a core so you can put the eccentric nut set in them. So they're too big for the frickin' nut, so you can't really use them. I was going around. I think that was part of my problem too. I made little spacers that slid into it, so that it would actually like hold, and it worked. But I have a feeling they were soft enough to allow these to move around a little bit. More 8s. More 8s. I used a lot of 8mm freaking bolts on this here printer. I need more because I actually didn't put enough brackets on these, which I think is another problem I was having, which I will cure at some point. But for today, I'm done. My patience has worn thin. And I have another piece of extrusion, or 2. And actually, I've got a new top piece because I scarred this, that the frickin' thing goes across. When I dropped it, I didn't bend it, but it got a nick in it. It's in the back edge here, right there. Feel it. So it's not really where the wheels are, but it's the only black part. So when I was ordering parts and my brother was being generous with his money, I spent some of his money and bought another whole piece of extrusion for that. So I can replace that too, which I can do. That's actually an easy replace. This whole piece here is going to be silver like the rest of it instead of black. And I'm going to use this on the hodgepodge along with these 2. This is the bent one, right? Got the pen marks on it. Yeah, see bent. Red marks, bent. It's only bent there, so I could actually cut it or just leave it and use it as a part of a structural frame that doesn't matter. It is a freaking thing. Everything's freaking. When you figure that out yet? What do we got? We got Sergio. What's up, dude?
Hey, I figured since you're all by yourself, I could keep you company for a little bit.
Cool. I'm getting ready to leave soon, but not immediately.
Yeah, well, I gotta leave soon too. I happen to take the day off because I need to catch up on some stuff that I need to get shipped, and a few little housekeeping chores, like cleaning this office up.
All right. Can I pick this up and not trip and bend it again?
How'd you bend it the first time? You tripped?
Doing what I'm doing right now. I went to pick it up and my right knee let go and I went like this right onto the table, and it hit the corner, and it just bit the rod. You know what's really, really amazing. I shouldn't say irks, but amazing. It's mostly held by those little corner brackets.
Plastic.
I do have plates on it too, but like this end is all the plastic. It's just PLA.
Mm-hmm.
None of this stuff moved, let go, or anything. It bent the rod when it hit.
Really?
I would figure these things would slide or let go or, at least jimmy a little when it hit. They did not move at all. It bent the freaking rod. Wow. I literally did what I'm doing right now, and I just stepped wrong and my knee let go, and I just went down onto the table with it, and it just hit it right on the ridge. Because it's kind of heavy. I mean, it's not extremely. It's more bulky than heavy, I guess. It's kind of big. Very, very big. But it's up there now. Where it's going to stay for now. But it's sort of back together. One more step. And now I have some more parts for the hodgepodge, which I will start building soon, right after I finish this. I'm going to go to the hodgepodge next.
It's freaking Sergio, Mr. B.
It's freaking Sergio. Y'all can make fun of me saying freaking, but it's awesome word, man. It's freaking awesome. Freaking is freaking awesome. Oops, what did I do?
Virtual cam working.
I hit my mouse and it aborted you from the stream. Sorry about that. The mouse was like hovering over you and it like killed you. So what were you saying?
I finally got my virtual cam working. It seems that Google doesn't like to take the feed from OBS, Google Chrome.
It wouldn't surprise me.
So I had to try another what the hell is this called?
I don't know, but that's a really clear. That's what you're doing now. It's a really clear image. A lot clearer.
Yeah, well, and I can switch cameras and all that. Like I can, do all the good stuff now.
Yeah, I know that.
Especially since I've got 3 screens. Stuff. Yeah, I wasn't able to do that before. Vivaldi. That's what I'm using. Vivaldi.
That was atomic carbon fiber PETG. I know that spool. They're the only ones that make that red freaking spool. Anyway, well, the llama core is one step closer. And it's been an hour and a half. Like literally just there. It went click just as I said it. Hashtag not regular Sergio. Nope. It was not a regular bend. That was a freaking bend. Everything's freaking. You're a freaking buttram.
Right now I'm printing this for the kids. Dice Tower.
Oh, that's cool. Hang on.
So they can play their board games.
I want to see that up close and personal. Put that back.
Without throwing the dice all over the place.
Where do the dice go? In the big hole here?
Yeah, and there's another part to it underneath.
Like a roof, and then there's an actual tower.
Yeah, this is just the top.
Cool. I've not seen that one. Oops.
This one was on. It was a special. Somebody had just finished it, and they were giving them. You got to pay for it, but I didn't have to pay for it because I got in on the first whatever number it was. They were giving them away. So, yeah.
I think I'm going to Dice Tower one of these days. I just got so many projects going. It's really why I wanted to finish this. I was literally thinking about aborting the llama core for a while and just being like, whatever. I have the other two. They both run. I wasn't going to bother with it. And I'm like, you know what? I need to just do it. Get it done. And then I got to start taking my projects that I know I can finish semi-rapidly and start finishing them. I literally have like 15 things I want to get done, and that's one of them. And that's actually one of the easiest ones.
Yeah. I got those wireless cams, the wireless ones.
Is that the new outdoor one, or is that just the regular one?
Yes, the wireless. So I got in on the first 50,000. So
that's a little Monday and everything.
Actually, Sunday. They actually delivered them Sunday. I got 2 of them. Going to try them out. So you have a camera.
That's the outdoor with it's got to have a little repeater with it, right?
Yes. It's so here. So there's
a
receiver.
With mine outside.
This is the receiver.
Yeah.
And this is the camera.
Yeah. That's just a repeater is all that other one is.
Basically, yeah. Now I wanted to show you the
Wi-Fi signal so you can get outside with it.
Look at the difference.
You got to hold it up.
So the sizes. Hold on. Let me turn this.
Oh, the outdoor one's bigger because they actually have it waterproofed and everything.
See the difference?
Yeah. My other one, I have one of the regular ones outdoor.
Yeah, I have a few of those set up around the house.
Yeah, those are cool.
But yeah, I wanted to try this because you can literally hide this somewhere. You know?
Yep.
Since it's wireless, and it's supposed to, depending on how you set it up, the battery is supposed to last up to 6 months to charge.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's got a battery built in. You don't have to have a battery pack with it either, huh?
Right, and you don't have to have power to it.
Right. Which is a major bonus.
So we're going to try it out and see how they work out.
I'm thinking of that. I got to roll that extension cord up because I took it down because my father's not here anymore, so I don't need it watching him.
Now, let me. I lose the chat.
Are very fragile. Yeah, it kind of did look fragile. How's it going, Dave? Didn't even know you were in here. So anyway, I have to reprint this thing too. You can't really see it, but I have a little snap-on clip for this. This is a surge suppressory, outlet thing right here, mounted, and it's a weird one. It's different, but it's got real high-powered USB, which is why I use it. I built a clip thing, but I did it out of PLA, and that's the one thing I will say about PLA. PLA has creep, where if you pressure fit something with PLA, eventually it lets go because it'll, open and open and open. It has no springiness to it like PETG. So I think I'm going to try it in PETG because now it just if I even touch it, it falls out of it. It's been there like a year.
David Horton says the top of that tower is fragile. Huh.
I was just reading that.
Make sure the kids don't mess with it. I can see myself finally using my 3D gloop.
Gloop all the things. We were just having a gloop conversation on Twitter earlier this morning.
I bought these at Earth, and I didn't know where they were. One for PLA and one for PETG.
Oh, you did get the PETG? I haven't tried the PETG yet.
Yeah, I put them away and forgot. A couple of times I needed it, I couldn't find them. The other day I was looking for some stuff up in the attic, and there they were.
I would open them and check them.
Yeah, I did.
Before you need to. The only thing about big bottles is once you open them, you got to use them in a couple 3 months.
They're good.
They'll dry up.
No, we're good with them. They're fine.
Yeah,
they weren't up there.
Once you open it, you have about 3 months to use it.
Really?
Yeah. Then once you open it and you crack it and it gets air in there, it starts curing.
Oh, I did open it.
That's why I like the tubes. We were having that discussion. They're saying the tubes are harder for them to make and everything, and I get it. I would pay a couple bucks extra to have the tubes and get like a big tube instead of, because right now they have the little baby tubes, which are fine. I like them, but they're kind of tiny. You can't really do much with them.
I heard you guys talking about that last night.
Yeah.
About the tubes being better.
Yeah, I much prefer the tubes.
So
they're way better. You don't use the applicator with the tubes. You just unscrew it from the tube and squirt it out. The applicator clogs right up instantly. The stuff's too thick and gooey for the applicator. But the tube is it doesn't dry up. So I got to say, the Nano, I've had this open for a couple of months, and this is still fully liquid. It's not even gelling up yet. And it's about half gone. It's like a drug, man. Gloop is like a drug.
Oh, that's the FDL3.
That is so awesome. I want one of them. I got to start making kind of like extreme stuff, not just the little knickknacks I'm doing now. And most of my stuff is like little itty bitty practical prints, but they're all tiny, simple. I really want to do my RC car and make it into a tread.
These are the toys that I'm just waiting for the kids to. Actually, I was supposed to take them out this summer.
Ooh.
You know, but with this whole COVID thing going on.
That's nice right there. That'll break in about 2 minutes.
Yeah, if I let them handle it. Yeah.
You don't know how to fly.
I've already flown it.
That don't look like it's got the auto stabilizer and everything, does it? It's a free fly.
The what you said?
It doesn't have auto stabilization. It's a free fly, right?
Yeah.
It's an acro mode.
Yeah. And then I'll let them practice with
flip over
like this.
Monkey. What's up, monkey?
Mad Monkey. What's up, Jordan?
I think I'm gonna kill it because I got a few other things I gotta do. The llama core is sort of back together. Partially. I still gotta cut another rod, which I might do that now because that doesn't even have to be accurate because it's just as long as it's long enough, there's no ends or anything with the crossbar. Put that all back together. That'll almost be easy. Now, so I think I'm going to kill it.
All right, Tom.
Thanks for stopping in. Hi, bye.
See all you guys around.
Have a wonderful day.
On the streams. Later.